Alright, jumping into it. Final round this time against the Bhed Psychs. So we're trying to get Teleport Sphere and Return Sphere. We've done pretty much that. We're definitely top scorer. And we've won every single game. So there should be no reason why we don't get the prizes. The main goal of this game, of course, is to not lose and to keep the experience game going on. We're trying to get as much experience as possible to proceed on to the journey with the Ronso Fangs. So in order to do that, we got to do a lot of passing. We also got to do a lot of not losing games and ball control, of course. So I'm going to actually get tackled by Zazzy Guado here and trying to push forward a little bit. I'm going to see exactly what I can do here. And it looks like encountered by Caillou, but that's actually good because now a boost is wide open and no one's going to be able to stop him here unless someone's real fast. And no one's fast enough. And 53 shoot. So yeah, pretty good start. I think that's going to make it. It could miss. Definitely possible. The grip gloves into super goalie, like we just saw. Damn. But yeah, I mean, we missed, but it's not over quite yet. Looks like Borja's gonna kind of play around a little bit. He's gonna get encountered by a few people, and his pass is not gonna be enough to get away from Graves' superb block there. I think he might be playing it with high risk on because he normally has much higher pass. I think that might be something we're looking at there. So what I'm trying to do here is we're gonna try to pull Caillou again. I'm just gonna tackle through with Caillou and then pass above. I think that's Blappa. I think that's Blappa. I'm not sure actually. Oh, it's Eager. I'm sure he was eager to get poisoned there. And another spear shot. 53 again. So we just gotta hope we don't get unlucky. Really, this is like identical too. It's kind of funny. With even more catch, and Nizru blocks the ball. So despite all of our attempts, looks like we're stopped here. Encountering by Grave though, and it looks like not a boost. It was really close there. It could have been a boost, but it just wasn't meant to be. And Grave again getting the ball. I mean, this is just kind of frustrating because trying to get the ball out of here, but it's not working. So I'm gonna get tackled by both because Grave does have tackle slip 1, I believe. Yep. And Borja misses as well. So because they're actually much farther away now because of the tackles, I think I can get a boost right up to the goal and get a shot here. Unfortunately encountered by Judah. Looks like it doesn't matter too much. And 62. 62 shoot is insanely high. It's going to go down to 50, but this should be it. Nizru has been a pain, but he cannot block 50. 50 is way too high for him. So I think this is a good example of how hard it is now. After all of that effort, we got 1 goal. But I mean, we are winning. So I mean, that's the important thing. Winning is what's important, kids. And did not expect that to happen. It's like Bixen's able to get the ball. I think Bixen also has tackle slip. Let's see. Yep, he has tackle slip. So I'm going to actually pass back to Roddy here, just to get him some experience. And then we're going to do a little bit of a passing game. So honestly, this seems really calm and fairly easy. It's just passing. I mean, there's no real way this can go wrong this half, I don't think. But next half, I mean, who knows? It really depends on if we can get the ball and if we can make a difference with it. And that should be it. So ending the first half, it's 1-0. So we're up by a point, but then again, we could very easily get scored on the beginning of the next game. No one's safe. Never. Alright, looks like we do start with the ball, so fantastic start right here. Gonna pass it back to Robbie, and we're gonna continue what we did last game. The real decider here is if the opponent's players will rush us, because sometimes they don't. Sometimes they stay at their own positions, and they don't bother trying to get the ball back from my defenders. If that's the case, then this game's over. It doesn't look like it is right now, because we already have the forwards rushing fairly quickly towards us, so we will have to do a little bit of actually playing blitzball here. So a lot of this is like the triangle kind of situation I figured out, where we pass to one, and then we pass to Roddy, and then we keep on passing around and make sure no one is ever encountered, basically. The only difficulty here is passing to Doram. She does have a Guado on her, so she probably is going to get encountered here just because of the speed. Which again, is fine. The main issue is Zazie Guado is now behind Doram, so he will always encounter, because he's got nowhere to go but towards her. And we're going to pass back to Doram, and I think we can just rinse and repeat. Again, freaking, I think it's Gear Guado, or it's Zazie Guado, just always on Doram, not giving her an opportunity to make any sort of a difference here. Looks like Doram got a little bit of room, but I don't think she's going to have it for long. I believe Zazie will probably encounter in this situation. Or not. Fortunately, not. Thankfully. Eventually just let it go. We pass up to Bixen. And control is in our favor. Taken countered by Caillou, which is fine. He's gonna try a drain tackle on me. Actually, take that. I probably should have passed it off here. I'm gonna be a little bit ambitious. Even though Caillou has speed, he's not really scaring me too bad. And now he's scary. Just like that, he switched from not scary to scary. What a player. And encountering Grave and Doram is a recipe to not keep this ball for Zazie Guado. And like I said, he's not going to keep it. He's going to pass it off to Eager. And down to one pass. An incredibly lucky block from Grave. It gets Bixen the ball and pretty much saves our behinds. It really depends on if we can avoid Judah here. Looks like we can. She had an insane amount of tackle, but it looks like it wasn't enough to get the ball back. And even if it was, I don't think she would have been able to get it to a forward in enough time. I think that was the main issue. Time is a huge, huge thing in these games because of the way it's manipulated with passes and shots, techniques, and or goalie techniques. I mean, the techniques and the way you play, it manipulates the entire thing. Alright, then we're going to go right to Doran, and then we're going to call it a game. So you got quite a bit of experience for everyone. And Bixen went up with 46 to 35 endurance, 17 pass, 37 shoot. Grave with more block and endurance. Endurance is actually pretty good for him. Block as well. HP, no one cares. Alright, teleport sphere and return sphere. Fantastic. Doran's contract has expired, that's fine. We can go for 40 games. Why not? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.